Check. Check one, check two, check one. All right. Let's see here. Is that right? All righty. Let me pull that article. All righty. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Certainly, it is Derby Day, and so before the Derby gets kicked off here in about an hour, which the first race at Churchill Downs is at 11 o'clock. For all you all who don't know, so let's see here. Well, all right, that done. That's done. All right. So yeah, I will be streaming some games today on something called Twitch. Now, for some reason, I've got two Twitch IDs. I don't know why. So just sub to them both. Yeah, I just found out today. Twitch sent me an email about it. So, so everybody coming in, hit that like button. Welcome, welcome. It's Saturday morning. Shout out to everybody who is here in the chat room. Shout out to the RGT podcast yesterday. Had a good time on there. You all go check that out. They have Ryan the Professional, and head over to Big Cloud Gaming. And it should be one of the last videos he did. So shout out to the brothers that were on there. Also, big shout out to a Sick Humor. He did an Avengers spoil cast. So I'll still take questions on that for the people that have seen it and are still a little bit confused. Because again, it's fine. A lot of people. I've looked at some scenarios over the night, kind of like Doctor Strange did, and this movie may catch Avatar. But we got to remember, Avatar was in the theater for 6 months. It stayed for 6 months. It ran. They would do two morning shows and then like one evening show. So and I still very well may go see the Avengers today in IMAX. So all the Star Wars games are on sale this weekend on Steam. Yeah, thanks, Gaming Inter. And I'm gonna go and get a joystick here. And they're also on sale on Origin for all you all who don't know. I'm looking at this joystick right here. Let's see here. Let me pull that up here for PC. So let me see. Yeah, this right here. This is on sale at well, shit fire. Let me see. Let me show this to you all real fast. Let me just share my screen. This one is on sale at Amazon. So I may buy this one. Although there's another one. I like this one. I'm old school. I like this one. So I like this basic design. You know, you're basically your hand sits up here. The bottom of where your pinky is sits down here. And this is something that this is what I'm used to playing on a PC. And so yeah, and they've got this. And then if you go to Origins has like X-Wing and TIE Fighter. All that's on sale for like $6. I was gonna buy Falcon 4.0, which is actually on Steam. I was actually gonna buy that today. But all right, let me ask you, Gaminator, if I buy a Steam game, do I just download the game? I mean, do I purchase the game? Does it say the game's ready to be downloaded or something like that? Because that's a joystick right there that I want. So, but what is going on? But before I get that, I got to get that AMD CPU. I'm still a few good dollars away. So anybody that wants to feeling a little froggy and wants to donate to the channel, it is this guy right here. Let's see here, AMD. It's this guy right here. I'm looking to get. and I'm closer to it than I was before. So, but right now I can get it tomorrow if somebody wants to donate. I'm still a few dollars short, but yeah, it's $164.99, and this will upgrade the PC to quantum level. I'll be doing quantum-based gaming on my $12,001 PC. So yeah, I don't know the difference. This has 6 cores. I have no idea what that means, and but it has 6 cores and I don't know, like 12 threads. I think it does. So let's see here. Yeah, 6 cores and 12 threads unlocked. I have no idea what that means, but whatever it does, it's supposed to be better. So now here's the one that I have. This everybody can see this one. I don't think I'm chucking and jiving. Let's see here. Whoops. So let's see here. Well, let me pull that. I didn't put that up on the screen. I am such a jabroni. So, so let me share my screen on this one. That way everybody can kind of see it. That way they can dread it and run from it. So, but this is the one that I'm trying to get. I'm saving for. Where the donations go, it's this guy here. Now you all know I want that cooler that glows, but it doesn't come with that. So it's this one right here, and it has 8 cores. I'm sorry, it has 6 cores and 12 threads. It says unlocked. I have no idea why it's unlocked. It should be anyway. It's 3.9 GHz max boost, and it only gets 95 degrees Celsius. That's pretty hot. But I've got Windows 10, so I'm good there, and it should work. Look, Ryzen Master Utility. Ryzen CPU. This is the infamous Ryzen CPU. So this is what I'm saving for. Shout out to Carlos for the donation last week. Definitely got me closer. But if you all are feeling froggy, and I'm going to try to win some money today at the Derby. So, yeah, we'll go from there. But that's what I'm looking to get right there. And so that'll be it. Now, everybody says to wait for the 3000 series, but I don't know why that's such a big deal. I just don't know. I'm not here to say it's not important, though, because it is. But we'll get to the news of the day. Let me go ahead and pull what I just had up there. But shout out to everybody that's here. And let's see here. Let me go ahead and pull that article I just had up here. Okay. So I went ahead and had lunch yesterday. I was trying not to fall asleep with I have a friend of mine that I grew up with works for GameStop. And he told, and they had met. They have already met. They meet before E3 with Nintendo, with marketing. They meet with Nintendo's marketing. They meet with Sony's marketing. They meet with Microsoft's marketing. So he gave me a good rundown on what Microsoft is going to be doing at E3. He also let me know some very, I guess depends on how you want to look at this. He let me on some major Xbox news. But I want to start off with the secret sauce, because everybody's talking about with Lisa Su, I think her name is. She talked to Jim Cramer about the secret sauce. And like somebody said, every time you say secret sauce, that needs to be followed with, oh! And so, but we'll go ahead and I pulled this article because he pretty much confirmed a lot of the stuff that's in this article. And this is going to make a lot of people upset and mad because a lot of this stuff in this article is true. And it will be confirmed, I believe, down the road. You know, you're just going to have to believe me and my lying eyes. But this is actually the secret sauce, which before the secret sauce was Rapid Pack Math. Now we all know that when that came out, that AMD, the Vega build Rapid Pack Math. Rapid Pack Math is being deployed is deployed into the Pro. That is one reason why the games on the PlayStation, one, they take a long time to make. Talking about their exclusive studios, they take a long time to make, and the process of using the Rapid Pack Math, it's done at different spots. But there's a reason why the games like Days Gone and The Last of Us and stuff like look the way they do. Okay, and there's just different processes going on. He really didn't talk over my head. He understands I'm gonna have to take it at an applesauce level. But he did confirm a lot of this stuff here, which is that Sony has worked pretty extensively with AMD to help develop the Navi chipset. That Sony and Microsoft are what's called he called them they're subset, they're sublet outing to them. And that there's a very good chance that Sony's PS5 Navi it's going to be exclusive. And that Microsoft will not have Navi in their device. He wouldn't say it at 100% level, but he was fairly confident that Vega will probably be in the new Xbox system. But that doesn't, I mean, I'm not here to, that may piss people off, but if you look at the Vega chip, you look at the Navi chip, Navi is actually going to be placed one step below the Vega. So he said the Vega chip could be more powerful, but the Navi chip would be more efficient. He said it's the equivalent of, so for me, he put the Vega chipset, to say the Anaconda would have, put that chipset, call that the 82nd Airborne, okay? That's the 82nd Airborne. It's going to go in, they're going to go in with brute force, take their target. The Navi chipset that the PS5 would have in it, it's more like the SEAL team. A SEAL team will go in with 6 to 10 guys and eliminate its target, get its target taken care of, and get out. Okay. Now, which one's more efficient? Well, the SEAL team's more efficient because the SEAL team to me would be more efficient because you're going in, you're slipping in. But some people are like, well, no, I want everything gone. And what you see this generation, that's what happened. Microsoft went with overwhelming brute force of power with the Xbox X. It didn't work because the Xbox X don't do nothing that the Pro don't do. And these idiots act like that the Xbox One S isn't the default console of the Xbox. It is. All right, there's more Xbox One S's sold than Xbox One X's. As a matter of fact, the Xbox X has slowed down to the point where GameStop is running like a $100 off on the X. I'm to a point right now, I'm like, well, I may just get one because I feel sorry for it. I mean, I actually feel sorry for it. I mean, it's just sitting there wanting somebody to buy it. It's like you go to the dog pound and all the dogs start wagging their tails because you come walking in there. That's what the Xbox X is at this point. So, but let me get back to what the secret sauce is going to be. There's a very good chance that the secret sauce is Navi being exclusive. Now, this came out about a year ago. It was kind of pushed to the side, but Sony never came out and said that's not true. So, but this article, this is from PC Games N. I don't know what the N means. So, it could mean no. It could be PC Games no. Oh my goodness. It could be PC Games no. But I left a link in the description to this article. I'm not going to read this whole article. It's a fairly good sized article, but it's very it's got some teeth in here. And but basically, Dr. Sue, I didn't know she was a doctor. She told Jim Cramer of Mad Money, who that's who told me over a year ago to invest in AMD. So, and AMD's kicking NVIDIA's butt, like up and down the strip. They're kicking their butts. So, especially in the European market, and I know people are going to say, well, it's cheaper. Well, that's not the problem. Like I said, the fact that it's cheaper isn't the issue. The fact it's cheaper and it's performing, that's NVIDIA's problem. NVIDIA can still have better stuff, okay? But this goes back to what Steve Jobs told Bill Gates. Steve Jobs said Apple stuff is better. That's what you NVIDIA guys sound like to me. NVIDIA is better. It's like, well, so what? AMD has more stuff. Whoever has more stuff on market controls the market. And that's what's happening. NVIDIA is being pushed out. By the end of this year, AMD will be the dominant chipset out. And you will be forced to donate your 1080 Ti to me. You'll have to give it to me. You know, you just don't have no choice. You know, so so anybody that has a 1080 Ti, go get you a Vega 56, and you just give me the 1080 Ti. See how that works? Everybody wins. So, oh man, oh hey, you gotta forgive me. The bourbon is flowing through my body like the Force flows through Luke Skywalker. So, but Dr. Sue, it says, does love a good sauce. So I guess, I mean, that's hilarious, man. Secret sauce. So it says they're working with Sony and Microsoft on the consoles, and they both have secret sauce. This is what I don't understand here. So when the Xbox community got upset over what Sony having secret sauce, you're gonna have your own sauce too. Okay, so this is confirmed by Dr. Sue. Okay, now we don't know how much sauce is going to be there. So it says so far we've only heard not verified, concrete tech spec talk about the Sony PlayStation 5. They've not mentioned anything about the Xbox. Okay, they haven't said a word. So when you hear people say they've got news about the Anaconda, well, I've got some news about Anaconda. When you hear people say that they don't have any news. There's nothing that's been put on paper that can be sourced back to AMD on what Anaconda is going to have in it. So, but I understand what it will have in it now based on some of the marketing that they're going to be doing with GameStop. So, but so it says the proposed Microsoft Anaconda device, the supposedly benchmark setting sequel to the Xbox One X. That's a joke in itself. What benchmark did Xbox X set? I mean, seriously, because I had one. The only benchmark it set was collecting dust on my shelf. And let me say this right now. It was dusty. It was one of those things where you went down to it, you were like, you had to do like that to this damn thing because I just wasn't playing. So shout out to J-Dub City. Shout out to J-Dub City. If it wasn't for that, man, I wouldn't have gotten one. So shout out to J-Dub City on that. So and like J-Dub says, he's here for the community, and he was there. And big shout out to J-Dub City. I gotta get him on after I think this week he's going to get his 8K TV. So I'm hoping to get him on after he gets it unwrapped and can talk to everybody about 8K TV. Hopefully this week, that's the plan. I'll definitely have to reach out to him. But it says that Xbox X is going to remain an AMD-powered device, but that's all we know right now. That's it. On the other side, however, a lot more has been confirmed, namely that it will contain, for the PlayStation, it's going to contain a CPU component based on something called Zen 2 processor architecture. So it's supposed to hit under the 3000 name, and the graphics silicon using the upcoming Navi GPU design. Also, there's also some interesting info regarding the PS5 switch to an SSD, and don't ask me what that is because I don't understand what the SSD does that the regular hard drive don't do. But hey, that's me. Our hard drive, the storage drive, and everybody's like it's faster. I don't know. I mean, if something is 0.02 and something else is 0.08, you're not. There's no difference there. I'm sorry. I mean, there's nothing tangible there. Now, something if it's 8 seconds versus 2 seconds, then you got me. I'll listen to it. But don't come to me unless you can give me some type of benchmark over 30%. That's what I'm all about. That the brother needs at least 30%. If not, take your ass somewhere else. So what's intriguing, however, this is what we talked about yesterday, is that you factor to the early rumors that Sony isn't just using Navi for the PS5, but that Navi was explicitly made for Sony's new gaming machine. Well, this pretty much got verified to be yesterday. Okay? So it says the suggestion from anonymous sources was that while in the final stages of the Vega architecture developed around 2/3 of Raja Kaduro's graphics team was co-opted. Basically, they got told to go somewhere else and start working on the Navi project. And it's because Dr. Sue, aka the secret sauce woman, Dr. Sue Sauce, if you want to call her that. So Dr. Sauce, I'm just gonna start calling her that. Dr. Sauce. Okay. wanted more resources devoted to making sure the GPU was right for the company's semi-custom client. The semi-custom client in this case is Sony. Okay, Sony and Microsoft are semi-custom clients, and so are other offshoot clients. Okay, but Sony actually has a bigger account with AMD than Microsoft does. It's hard to believe, but Sony actually does have a bigger account with them. That was confirmed by him yesterday too. So what was confirmed? One, Navi very well could be proprietary into the PlayStation. He was about 70% sure of that. And he was 100% sure Sony's got a bigger, they do more stuff with AMD because AMD helps Sony with the motion pictures, with the processing, with some of the graphical processing that they use. They help Disney as well. I mean, it's not like Sony's the only company they work with, but Disney works with them as well. So says now, if Sony has really been deeply embedded in the actual design process of Navi and isn't just popping it up to end to say which SKU of popular chips it wants to use, then where does that leave Microsoft? So basically what that is saying is that Navi if Navi's going to truly be proprietary, then you will get a Navi-based machine. And where's that going to leave Microsoft? So, because here's something that I've known for a while, is that nobody from Redmond has been at AMD's headquarters. Nobody. Like the Keith Sweat song, nobody. So now this doesn't mean AMD could not have went to Redmond. But this is only going for, so nobody from Redmond, that's Redmond, Seattle, that's where Microsoft headquarters is. If you all want to look that up, Google map it, type it in right now. So matter of fact, let's verify that. Let's see, Redmond, Redmond, Seattle. Well, Redmond Salt, that's what the Xbox community is going through right now. Microsoft Visitor Center, Redmond. Okay. So this verifies it. But right now they're closed. Don't try to go right now. Right now it's just 7 o'clock in the morning out there. Okay. But this verifies what was in this article. Nobody from Microsoft has been to AMD. So I don't want to hear it. Who you going to believe, me or my lying eyes? Or your lying eyes. I just verified that for you. So I don't know what this is either. What is that? Oh well. So so it says, now where was I? Okay, we were right here. All right. So says if Sony really has been putting that much time and effort and money into the design of AMD's next GPU, I can confirm that they have. Would it really be happy for all that work to just be handed over to Microsoft? For it to benefit with its own next-gen console, you got to think not. But could this mean Sony isn't just nailing down gaming exclusives, which they're going to announce a whole lot of exclusives next generation? I'll get to that in my next part of the podcast here. It could also be about to swing some serious hardware exclusivity too, okay? And this is going to happen. So it is possible then that Sony could get its own specific Zen 2 Navi APU. I think APU means All Points University. For the PS5, a chip with some special Navi sauce that the Xbox just can't have. Like, can't have it. You got to stay over there, go away, blah, blah, blah. But maybe Microsoft doesn't want it. See, this is what people got to remember. Maybe the next Xbox is shooting for something greater than Sony's PS5. Certainly after the Wired article, it's confirmed PS5 specs release, rumors started that the Xbox Anaconda was going to be a far more advanced beast. That I can tell you that's not going to happen. So, let's see here. So Microsoft has prior form just gone with brute force. That's what the X is. The X is just brute force. So, and it's not worked out as well. The PS4 wasn't as powerful as the Xbox One, and yet, unquestionably, I want you to see this, unquestionably won the console war. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that up in blue right there. But if Microsoft wasn't allowed to use the same Navi SKU as Sony, then what if it decided to go all out with the 7nm Vega chipset? So it says, we know Navi is going to be positioned below Vega in the PC market, so it stands to reason that the same would be true from a semi-custom position. So we might see a Navi-powered PS5 and a potentially a more powerful Vega-based Xbox. Now, even though the Xbox will be at more brute strength, the PS5 is going to be more efficiency. Okay, we got to remember that. Performance to price. So it says, thankfully, even if Sony is somehow able to claim Navi exclusively in its console market, that shouldn't greatly impact our PC. So, and that's because we're coming out with our own stuff. And so it says, but honestly, I don't really think Sony could have had that much direct input into the design of Navi. Certainly not enough for it to be able to garner some sort of tangible hardware exclusive for the PS5. At least not without Sony paying such a huge amount of cash for the privilege that AMD's finances would already be bloated with an influx of semi-custom cash. So, see, it's a pretty good one. So, more than likely, AMD is just talking up Sony's involvement in the development process, extolling the virtues of a client working with its semi-custom division because it will work super closely with just to get you what you want from your product. So, you know, but just how much influence Sony has been able to exert on the Navi design process might become more clear when Microsoft does eventually get around to unveiling its Anaconda specs. If Navi's nowhere to be seen, we'll know why. Okay, so let's talk about that really quick. Really quick. Sony has had a big hand in the Navi-based design. Is what I was told yesterday. And to the point where Microsoft is reeling. Okay, they're reeling from what Sony's about to unleash. No matter what, they're going to they will not be able to say the games look and run better on their console. That's going to be taken away from them. So, what exactly will next generation look like? Well, as far as Sony's concerned, you're going to have games, and this is coming from them, coming from the guy who works at the GameStop person. They're going to be having games that run at 4K native, 60 frames a second, some checkerboarding, okay? They're still going to do checkerboarding. Insomniac is going to still use that thing they invented. It was a Tempera late TA or TAI, whatever the hell that thing's called. They're going to still use that, okay? Because again, Insomniac's not going to abandon its own proprietary technologies. So the reason why Insomniac has got a dev kit is because they have to figure out a way to get the Navi-based chipset to work with what it does. Now, I have no idea how that works. It is an APU. How powerful is it? The new PlayStation, my understanding, is going to be anywhere from 11.7 to 12.2 T-flops. Okay, that is, I know that I think that's weaker or whatever you want to call it than the dev kit, but is it really? What can 13 T-flops do that 12.2 can't do? You have to ask yourself that. So, but again, they're going to cut down. They always do. And I always say worst case scenario, what if the PlayStation is 10 T-flops? Which we don't know because PlayStation hasn't come out and told us. We had an insider tell us that, well, it's going to be more powerful than the Stadia. Well, the Stadia is going to blow everybody away. Okay, and that's what this person from GameStop said. It's going to blow people's shorts off. So Sony has positioned themselves. If this was a chess game, let me see. What's the name of this offense that they use against Microsoft? Let's see here. Oh boy, what was the name of it? Let's see here. Um, they use what is called the Italian offensive move, which means that you pretty much the only thing you're going to leave your opponent with that move is a defensive move. Okay, they can make some good defensive moves, but you pretty much put them on the defensive, and you're going to have to make them switch to offense later on down the road, where you're just going to come with brute power. Jemai Dixon said Vega is mediocre. No, I mean that's what Navi is. Navi is just Vega that's stripped down. Just stripped down, and Vega is fine. Okay, so Vega is fine. And me personally, I don't even know if I'm going to. I mean, I want the PS5, but man, if they're going to charge $500 for it, I may not be able to do it. You know, something I may not be able to do it. I may have to go ahead and sell blood in order to get that PS5 when it comes out. So, but what has happened is that there is a group of people that's hung up on the whole power narrative. And I'm about to get to that right now because the major Xbox news. Something terrible is about to happen to the Xbox community. And let me take a swig here. Let me go ahead and just show it to you. Because this represents the end. And let me see here. Damn it, I just had it pulled up here. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to put this picture up here. This is going to have to sink in what this is. Because I don't think people know what this is. So let's see here. This is the Xbox All Digital Edition console. Does anybody really understand what this is? Because I don't think people know. This console is the end of the Xbox as we know it. What Xbox is going to do is how do I put this? I'm really trying to come right down the middle here. Okay. Xbox needs crossplay going into next generation. They need it because what they are doing is they're going to use this SKU. Right now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to figure out how to differentiate the SKUs of each console from the S to the X to the Xbox SAD, or if you want to call it the all digital device. So what they're trying to get them, what Xbox is wanting to do is get the SKUs to the point where they know which one has been sold. People are like, well, they can know which one's been sold, but for their digital exchanging and stuff like that. But this is the first. This is the end. I mean, this is the end of the Xbox as we know it. What they're doing is they're consumer-wise, it's really good for the gamer. Consumer-wise, it is good, but it's bad for the Xbox. So they're throwing 3 consoles out, and they're going to see which one sells the best. I personally think the Lockhart is going to sell much better. Lockhart apparently is going to target 1080p 60 gaming, which I think is going to sell because again, if you have a 4K TV, your output is 1080p, but your game's upscale to 4K. So I mean, and graphically, it's going to be able to run some higher end graphics. Okay, but this represents, this is the direction that they're going. There's a lot of people in the Xbox community. They want a traditional market for their gaming. Xbox isn't going to do that anymore. That's not what they're doing. This is going to alienate and piss off so many people in the Xbox community that they're abandoning the Xbox. So, and with Xbox, I guess allows you to share games and stuff like this. What they think the digital Xbox is going to do is just going to kind of be a hub, and then you're just going to take your shit anywhere you want to anyway. So, this represents the end. The Anaconda is going to probably be not as powerful, or it will be as powerful but not as efficient. And when you're looking at the way PCs are, if you want more, do you want more efficiency or more power? You talk to the PC community, they want more efficiency, because power is, is whatever. I'd rather have something that's more efficient than something more powerful. So at the end of the day, what does this mean? This is the end for the Xbox. It's going to piss off the community. They're going to announce some of this stuff at E3. I can't tell you what they're going to have at E3. I'll just simply say that a lot of what people have leaked ain't true. That's all I can say. And remember, E3 changes. They have a slate up, and then they change it. They can change it. So, but a lot of what they what people are saying is ain't true. Man, let me tell you, whoever made this damn whiskey, they knew what the hell they were doing. So, So, I mean, with that, so the Xbox digital console is what Xbox's future is. Do not get it twisted, okay? Game Pass is going to be announced for PC, and Game Pass will be announced for PlayStation by the end of this year. Xbox wants crossplay because they are in a position where they're no longer relevant. So, and I'm sure that's going to piss off the Xbox community. So I just, it's already in the works. It's going to work. Hold on. I just noticed, did you all notice this thing right here? What is this right here? What the hell is that? All right. So anyway, but that is my big Xbox news. So, I mean, this is the end of them. So this is what we lost our budget console. Man, hit that like button, man. Y'all are mean to me. So, oh, that's a spy button. All right, what is that? It had a nub on it. What is that thing? So, so they're done. I mean, they're digitizing everything. It's cheaper for them to do that, and they're gonna. Game Pass is going to be available on all platforms. So, and that's what's going to happen. People can say we don't want that trash. You ain't got to get it, but it's going to be there. Okay, you will be playing first-party Xbox games on the PlayStation because that's what Xbox has got to do to stay relevant. Okay, it's just like iTunes. I mean, Apple could put iTunes on just Apple's products. They can put it on Apple's products, but they put it on Windows as well. So they put it to Windows as well because it makes it much more relevant. So, and most of us don't have Apple, computers. Most of us don't. Most of us have Windows. So they have some swapping of programs, So, so what's going on, Fatal Mephisto? So, so yeah, Microsoft again is what they're doing is good for the consumer. Because in order for them to stay relevant, they're having to change the way they do things because the consumers have decided they don't want the Xbox. They want some of the games that they have. And shout out to King Thrash. I think I saw him in the chat. He was right. The reason why they changed it from Microsoft Gaming Studios to Xbox Gaming Studios was to make it so that they can just make games for everybody, which means that anybody can go in and license them to go make games. And Microsoft will get a cut. Microsoft still gets a cut. It's still Xbox Game Studio. But if I came out with my own system, I could walk into Xbox Studios, sit down with them and say, yeah, can you make a game for us? And they'll do it. They will do it. So yes, you will be able to play Gears of War on your PlayStations. You'll be able to play the Halos and stuff like that on your PlayStations. But the caveat is going to be, and GameStop is going to push this too, is that they want Sony to start allowing crossplay on these games because that's the only way Xbox can really stay around. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm not saying that because you're a pony. No. their projections for their sales of Lockhart Anaconda next generation ain't even cresting 28 million. So I mean, that's lifetime sales. They're at 44 million right now, 6 years into their project of the Xbox One project. So you always take what you have sold, and let's just say by the end of the Xbox One project, they sell 50 million before they say, okay, no more Xbox One. You cut that in half to 25 million. Okay, because that's just the way electronics marketing goes. Whatever you sell, because there's not a high demand, there's not a high demand for the Xbox. You cut that to 50%. So 50%, it's 25 million, and I'm throwing in an extra 3 million to 28 million because I always come down on the higher end of things. So Xbox is not expected to sell a whole lot of consoles next generation. They are thinking they're topping out at 28 million. Again, that's because they'll get their front end load. The first 2 years, most people that want it will buy it. But if you got people who are just going to go out and get PCs, they're not. That's way more important for them. For me personally, I'm in that. I can speak for that person. I understand it's going to be cheaper for me to pay $164 for a new CPU than it is to go and buy a brand new Xbox. I can still use an Xbox controller. And if you don't believe me, let's see here. Well, hell, I can't show it to you. But I do have an Xbox controller. Let's see here. Let me tap on it. That's me tapping on it. So, and it's lit up because it's ready to play. I can play my games on it. So shout out to the PC community for modding my rig for me to play my games. But yeah, this is it. Foxy said Navi around 2017. Said Navi in the fall 2017. Yeah, well, again, the Navi chipset was already in AMD's future. They were doing Vega, and Vega was much more complicated. It's much more like if you're doing a lot of stuff non-gaming, Vega's really good for that. But Navi is going to really push the RTX, not RTX stuff, but the 1080, the 1070 and 1080. I think it's gonna really hurt the 1070. I know and whatever, like I said, whatever happened to a 980 Ti? I mean, that was just 2 years ago. People were screaming, I got a 980 Ti, So, so 44 million sounds crazy. It's about roughly where they at, give or take. So what's up, Don? How you doing this Saturday afternoon, young lady? So wait for the 3000 series. But why? Why should I wait for the 3000 series? What is the 3000 going to do that the 2600 won't do? So just have to update again. Oh no. Yeah, but remember, everybody was screaming they had a 980 Ti. People were yelling that. It was just a couple of years ago they were yelling that. So there's a pairing button on the SAD for the controller, and then an IR black. Well, I don't know what's on that thing, but whatever it is, it's got a nub on it. So, but again, Xbox needs crossplay, and GameStop is going to. The guy literally said he looked at me. He said, "Look, Microsoft and Sony need to start doing crossplay." He said that's the only way Microsoft's going to hang around. Like if Sony does not want to do crossplay, and I'm talking about for the bigger games, if Sony doesn't want to do that, then Microsoft really is just going to go the way of the dodo bird as far as their consoles, because they don't have enough buy-in to keep that thing relevant. So they're going to have to put games on all devices, and they don't want to as a company, but because there's some old school thinking still at Microsoft, and that's kind of what Phil Spencer had run into, was a lot of the old school thinking. But that's what they're going to have to do. I'm not saying it to be funny. They have to do it, or else they're going to have, maybe 20 million people with that console next generation. But if they can say, oh, if I get Call of Duty and it's cross-plat or cross-play, and I can get it on the Xbox because that's what I would like, and or you get it on the PlayStation because that's what you would like, and we can do cross-play. That's what Microsoft wants. Okay, that will keep Microsoft relevant. The problem is that Sony, it's up to Sony to do that. Sony may not want to do that. So I'm not screaming RTX 20. I can't afford something like that. So I can't. I'm like I said, I'm taking crowdfunding for the 2600. So that's 164. But I've got a third of it. So I'm getting closer. It's not 164 anymore. So I'm getting there. So I tell you what else I'm getting there too is with this whiskey. And see, I've always wanted to be able to do this when I grew up. I'm like, I'm going to get up at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to start drinking. And that's what I'm doing. Oh, man, I am drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning. So somebody else join me. Somebody go to the fridge and pour out a little liquor. Is Sick Humor still out there? Sick. Go get a 40 or two. Let's drink a little bit. So you about to play Days Gone. Cool. But I'm serious. I I can't believe Xbox is doing this. So it's I'm glad they're doing it as a consumer, and that's why when you hear people say, "Well, Microsoft is doing what's consumer friendly," after talking to him, I'm like, you know what? That is consumer friendly. Now it sucks for Xbox, but it's still consumer friendly. So, and just what has happened is, unfortunately, is they want Sony to return the favor, and Sony's not going to return the favor. It's not the way they work. So, yeah, some Captain Morgan. There you go. Get that Captain Morgan going. I tell you what Captain is good with. If you got some Captain, Jemiah, get you some vanilla Coke. Vanilla Coke and Captain Morgan. You will be up underneath the PC. Like the PC will be on top of your head because you'll be that trash. You'll be on the floor. So, so, oh, JP Loco is going to go play some more Days Gone. I like it. So, yeah, again, somebody is going to have to explain to me what the 3000 series is going to do that the 2600 don't do. The 2600 has 6 cores and what was it? 6 cores and was it 8 cores? Is it 6 cores and 12 6 cores and 12 threads or something like that? So that's fine. But if somebody wants me to get something else and they want to donate to the kitty, I'll take it and I'll go get it. Like I'll go get it today. I will go get the 2700 today. If somebody wants me to get the 2700, let's see here. Damn, I have to move my whiskey. All right. Let's see how much the 2700 costs. This is one of the people that want me to go get it because I'll go get it. Let's see, Horizon 27. Whoop, 700. Let's see here. All righty. That thing's expensive. Wow. Somebody will have to explain to me why it costs $219. It's on sale. My God, it's on sale right now. So hey, $219 gets this to me right in a couple days. So, and look, it's 2nd gen Ryzen technology, something called an AM4. It's got a 4.1 G8Z. The other one had a 3.5 or something like that. I can't remember. So, oh boy. Thermal design power. Now it does have the Spire included. So, but what? And look, if you get it for me today, I can get World War Z and the Division, so I can play the Division with everybody on the PC. So, see, there you go. So y'all can help a brother out. But this thing's expensive. See, and I can't fathom paying that when I can pay less. You know, so the Ryzen 2600. See, the Ryzen 2600 is this one. So, I mean, what are the differences? And it's on sale. So, what are the differences? I feel different than I did when I started this podcast. Oh, man. Woo! There we go. So, are there any questions? What's up, BitCloud? How you doing? Cheaper on Amazon. Hey, that's fine. Hey, whatever is cheaper is where I'm going to get it at. So if you got at least 25% jump in performance if you wait for the 3,000. Remember I said 30% or more. 30% is more than 25%. So any news on The Last of Us Part 2? They're finished with it. They're in post-production with The Last of Us Part 2. I have not tried out Star Citizen yet because I don't have a joystick, but I'm going to get a joystick, I think, today. But I'm going to play it, though. It's free this week. Like, Star Citizen is free this whole week. And free, I can afford that. I don't know if I have enough space in my computer, though. So, now let's see here. So, but I want to. That game looks sensational. So, definitely going to get it. If you wait on the 3,000, I mean, I don't even know how much is that going to cost. So, I mean, look, I'll wait on it, but I don't even know how much it's going to cost. So it sounds like, I mean, look, if the 2,700 is almost $300, how much is the 3,000 going to cost? And then what's going to be the differences and all that kind of stuff. So, so the BitCloud may get the Ryzen CPU. You ought to get the Ryzen CPU. You know, so it's good. It's all good. The game made the trailer said brand new game. Really? Brand new game? All right. Now. Oh, playing State of Decay 2? All right. You picked up Days Gone last night, Paul G. So, yeah, I can't believe I had some Megaton Xbox news. So Sony got the Infinity Gauntlet. I guess they do with their game studios, don't they? They got some good gaming studios. So. Manchester, England. Now you're talking. Yeah, that's next month, Don. So have a good time. Have a good time up there. To make sure you take some pictures and have a good time out there. All right. I can't believe nobody's asking any questions about the Xbox Megaton news I just dropped. So start installing it ASAP and lower your expectations as it's early. I thought it was in. Are you seriously? I thought it was almost finished. Oh yeah, I want to ask. Does that Ryzen chip I get, will it fit my motherboard? Does anybody know? I don't feel like looking that up. It's too many numbers. So, but let's see here. You're gonna download Knights of the Old Republic on Steam and start playing it, or Mass Effect 2. I heard that. Yeah, I'm gonna get Falcon 4.0. I just need a joystick to play it on. So, because I don't want to buy the game and then the joystick not be compatible with my powerful PC. I'd be mad as hell. Borderlands 3 Game of the Year. Cool. But no, I mean, that was it. So what is the AMD secret sauce? I personally just think it's going to be more rapid pack math and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just going to start calling that Lisa Sue. I'm going to call her Lisa Sue sauce. So you bought Symphony of the Night, but screw. Damn, nobody likes Borderlands? Oh, my God. All right, how big is the Star Citizen install? So, yeah, how big is the Star Citizen install? So, Oh no, it's not moonshine. I don't drink moonshine anymore. I but that hurts. That hurts bad. You know, moonshine does. So you wait on the new chips to see. Well, let me look up the 3000 because Jemiah is swearing by them. So Ryzen 3000 CPU price. Dude, it's got 16 cores. Oh, now wait just a damn minute. It says it's gonna cost $560. There ain't no way in hell. No. That's an NO. That's a nah. You know, that is a nah. 16 core. I guess that's more than 12 cores. But we don't, yeah. No, that's too expensive for me. I mean, I don't want it that bad. So that's all I can say. So says it right there. No. So no, I can't do it. So, but shout out to anybody that's going to get it. Shout out to anybody that wants to get it. So I will stick with the 2600. So my PC is so powerful. I'll just stick. Look, I can get 8 more gigs of RAM I can get that at a 2600 and 8 more gigs of RAM. How about I do that? So, you know, you'll stick with your 8S Plus. There you go. So Battletoads was awesome pre-Microsoft. It can burn in hell now. Battletoads very well maybe one of the games that's shown. So, you know. But no, I mean, like I said, somebody wants me to get that 2700 is 219 US dollars. I do not see anything happening in that PayPal account. So, yeah. And it is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. So, Star Citizen needs patch. Well, if it's still in beta, I'd say it would. So, do you think the next Xbox will have VR? No. No, I don't think it will. I hope it does. I hope they set something up with Oculus. But I don't think they're going to have if you mean first party VR, the answer is no. If you mean VR capable, yeah, if they go in with Oculus, I think they can get something to work. But no to the first party one. You're not a fan of horde swarming, so I would take them out stealthily one at a time. Yeah, see that when I start playing Days Gone, I'm gonna be more stealth than anything. So, and it's just me though. It's not. There's nothing wrong with killing a whole bunch of zombies, but that's just the way I'm gonna play. So, but golly, oh man, I've been up here how long? I've been up here 58 minutes, so I'm gonna shut it down here in a couple minutes. Unless anybody asks any questions. So. The 3000 should be out between July and September. That's you're saying to wait to upgrade it. This thing it's 164 right now. It is 164 right now. So yes, happy Star Wars Day. So we're going to talk later. Well, I have to be after the Derby, and I may be up underneath the computer at that point. I'm going to a Derby party. So my ride's going to be here like at 11:30. So that's fine, though, Jemiah. If you want to give me a call later on, you can. Or hit me up on the Twitter machine. So, yeah, and I'm going to play that game. I'm going to play it, so that Days Gone. But I'm going to be streaming Mass Effect 2 on Twitch later on. And everybody here needs to watch. So, hey, that i5 is real popular, though, right? So, so Yeah, I'll play that game stealthily. But no, I don't think they're going to have VR support first party. I hope they do. But yeah, anybody understand? Anybody, everybody understand what Microsoft is doing next generation? You know, they're literally changing the way they're going to be doing things, which to me is no big deal. So, but guys, I am going to get off of here. I am going to wait on the PayPal to start ringing so that I can go get this CPU. No more Mass Effect. What was the major Xbox news? Oh, well, you have to go back and listen. So get the Star Wars, get on Steam. It's cheaper than it is on Origin. Well, I mean, I got to get a joystick. The Star Wars game that I want, X-Wing, that's on Origin. It's only like $6.99. So it's only like $6.99. So, and it's the same on Origin, but on Steam, I'm going to get a. Let's see if I can show you that. Yeah, let me show you all what I'm going to get on Steam here. See, store. I think that's what I have to go to. I'm going to get this. I'll share my screen now. Mr. Share my screen. I'm going to get this. So see, it's only $7, but I don't have a joystick. But here's what I'm going to play. Hopefully be playing this later today or into tonight. But this is what I want. Say, as you can see, $7, but I have to get a joystick. So, but this is a cool game. Here's some of the screenshots of it. So, and you know, that's one of the battle screens. Here's my tasking order, and here's my map, the war map. So, so yeah, this is what I plan on getting. So, or trying to get today. So, oh my goodness. So, but guys, okay, I'm going to. Keenan Thompson could not save Xbox. Okay. So, but all right, guys, I'm going to get on off here. The major Xbox news is that they're going to go. They're going to do more consumer friendly stuff, and they're going to be putting games on all devices. So, but all right, then, guys, we're going to be getting on up off of here. I am going to finish watching this TV show, and I'm going to see where my ride is. It's already 11 o'clock, and they haven't called yet. So, see the AMD GPU chart from last year. Matt, it looked at the Xbox One. It hasn't sold even 35 million yet. Now they're supposed to be. No, I mean, they're roughly at about 40 million. So, you know, they're roughly at about 40 million Xboxes. So, major Xbox news: Game Pass is coming to PlayStation. It is. It's coming. All right, there, guys. I'm gonna go. It's gonna come to PC as well. I think PC first, and PlayStation. So, all right. Yeah, they call me crap gamer. Now you're talking. I heard Crap Gamers podcast. People mad as hell at him. All right, then, guys. I'm getting on off here. You all have a good Derby day, and check me on Twitch. Take it easy. Peace.